Ubisoft's newest release is Watch Dogs, and it's a pretty good start for being a new IP. Released on the PC and most of the gaming consoles, including the next gen systems, it was able to break the previous sales records for the company.
How much we got? 100 grand in 30 seconds.
The game was originally scheduled for release at the end of 2013 with the launch of the Xbox One and PS4, but it was pushed until May 2014.
It's alright, that wasn't supposed to happen!
The game puts you in the shoes of Aiden Pierce, a vigilante hacker seeking revenge on someone who made an attempt to kill you. To make it a little more dark, that attempt ended up killing your niece instead. You take control of Aiden Pierce 11 years after that incident, and you're at the moment when you finally caught the guy that pulled the trigger. Now, like most action revenge stories, this starts unraveling a web of secrets, and it's just the beginning.
Who gave the order?
I don't know.
You have several friends that are helping you. One named Bad Boy 17.
I'm stuck unless we create a major distraction. I want to cut the power and slip past them.
Do it all stay here? I thought you wanted to keep the vigilante out of the news.
Thanks to them, you now have a set of skills available to hack the city's CTOS system, and we'll cover that a little later. Next comes Jordy.
He's talking to me.
A typical creepy friend that's a little psychotic and that you probably wish you could unfriend on Facebook.
So about this problem. Well, that's why I brought the bolt cutters. He opens the door this much, there's a chain right there, I slip him in and snip, and guess what? It's not the pizza guy.
Jordy, the problem. Let's deal with it.
After getting past Act 1, you start to get the feeling that everyone isn't exactly who they say they are.
Where?
That's not how it works! You don't want to answer that.
Overall, the story is intriguing, and it gets tough to decide if you want to do some side missions or just complete the whole story. A fair warning is that the community has mentioned that this story is a bit short, and I'm getting the impression that it's like Assassin's Creed Revelations short. But the good thing is, there are many other activities to keep the game in your console.
Check my cookie!
You get the ability to unlock all the skills in the skill tree halfway through Act 1, and it's up to you to earn your skill points as fast as you want to enable those skills. If you complete all the primary goals and side challenges, you'll have enough points to enable all the skills, which may make the main story missions easier and more fun if that's the way you like to play. Some skills require some crafting, and you'll find parts as drops around the map and in cars. You'll go to the pawn shop and sell off some found items for parts.
Thanks for the tip.
They have the ability to hack the city's utilities to evade your enemies and downright destroy them, which is pretty fun. Now, combining that with your focus time ability, you'll manage to put bullets right where you want them or time that explosion in the middle of a high-speed chase. Multiplayer is taking advice from the new playbook of seamless multiplayer. The ability to jump into dedicated online matches is there. Now, the fun part is sneaking into other players' single-player games. You get tasked with either tailing a guy and watching him for 60 to 90 seconds without him finding you. The other is actually hacking someone to get their data, but losing will result in death. And to keep it fair, players can invade you too. Sometimes it's right about the same time you're going to start a mission. Now, another is the CTOS Mobile Challenge, and it's a mobile user versus console player in a multi-point race against time. The console player is racing while the mobile player is at the CTOS headquarters controlling the city and police units. The more you play with this mobile device, you earn more skill points, and that you can go ahead and apply them to your mobile abilities. The graphics are at the level of expected. I mean, this is a next-gen console, and I want to see a lot. But when you use the same engine as the last Assassin's Creed Black Flag, it's nice, but you can tell it was limited. And this engine has no problem rendering fantastic lighting and environmental effects. Where it fails is the frame rate, and this is across all the platforms. It's probably why you've never seen a car chase in Assassin's Creed. It doesn't ruin the game unless you see it in multiplayer, which that's where you see it the most. Too many players causing too many explosions.
Pow, 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 pow.
Jordy, tell me you're joking.
No.
Now, this game is starting off to be a great game series. There are a few pains that they will need to get through being new, You have games like GTA 5 that's still dominating the Xbox 360 users for game time. Now, is it fair to compare? Sure, it is. It's what everyone's asking. Both have driving, accidents involving pedestrians, and a fantastic AI. Multiple environments and random occurrences can ruin a good chase or mission.
Okay, you got the file. Good.
Watch Dogs has a visual advantage, except for the frame rate issue. Watch Dogs seems to have been filled with friendlier people that try to hold back on the swearing, unlike GTA. But GTA is still polished and experienced, and in my opinion, it takes the lead in having a sandbox environment where there's so much you can do outside the missions and scripted content.
So, in conclusion, overall I give this game a 4 out of 5. At the time of the recording, I've only started the second act of the game. I did find myself losing a little interest, but as soon as I turned it on, I found myself playing it for hours. Actually, I found myself playing the mobile CTOS game almost every day thanks to it being mobile and the quick little matches you can play. I did do some comparison to Grand Theft Auto, and that's just because it's my other favorite game at the time. And the players of that game are really looking forward to seeing how Watch Dogs would match up. If asked which game would I rather play online with friends, I'm sorry, but my answer is GTA. There's just so much I can do with friends, and Watch Dogs is just missing that little something when it comes to co-op free mode. Watch Dogs is a great single-player game. The story, the graphics were solid, and unlike Titanfall where graphics were so detailed but was sort of ruined based on it being so fast-paced, this one allows you to see and enjoy the debris and little things and details they added up to the game. The issue with the frame rate was minimal, but it was just one of the most talked about issues, especially when it came to multiplayer and how it was affected sometimes. If you have any questions about this game or something I mentioned, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and please keep it clean. If you enjoyed this format of a game review without the spoilers, like the video and I'll make some more.